No one taught me this. I taught myself, and I want to use what's been helpful for me to help you guys to be happy and just be you. Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for returning. If this is your first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Drew. I focus on all things fashion, styling, sprinkle some beauty, some fragrance. And if you live for the dramatics and you love to expect the unexpected, you're at the right place, because that is all that we do over here. No one can teach personal style because personal style means one's own style. But I have some tips that help me that I want to share with you. First off, confidence. Confidence is what brings happiness. You have to be confident in yourself in order to fulfill a happiness. I know confidence is very, very hard in this time. With social media being the prime thing in our lives, we are all being pushed and pinned up against each other to be better than one another, and confidence is just deteriorating. Now we're just trying to be someone else rather than yourself. And then that's when we lose ourselves and we don't have any more happiness, because we are too consumed into trying to be just like the other person because that other person is successful. Ways to achieve confidence is just to find what you love. Find what makes you happy, just do it. For instance, styling. You want to dress a certain way. You have an idea, but you're not sure if it's going to look right and you don't know, so you're just over assuming. Just put it on. You don't have to try it on in front of an audience. You can try it on by yourself in the mirror. You are your own audience. Just dip your toe in the water, look at what's wrong, and if at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. Those lyrics are embedded in this brain. If you start to think, how am I going to impress somebody else? You are starting to again lose that confidence. You don't want to try to impress an audience when it comes to styling. You want to impress yourself first. We have to feel good in what we put on. Confidence is the main ingredient into personal style. My apologies if it's looking a little dark. It's a little gloomy outside. I am using natural lighting. The next tip is work with what you got. What that means is get creative with what you have in your closet to try to come up with something new, something different. Work with what you can get your hands on. And if you stick around, you will see exactly later on in this video of what I mean with working with what you got. This next tip is what really gets the brains going, and I love it. I am one true person that loves to just bring out the juxtaposition of everything. Make people feel like that was unexpected. Like, where did you come up with that? It creates buzz. It creates buzz. It's basically mixing different aesthetics, different styles, different colors, different eras, different themes to introduce your own story. For instance, you can do a whole office look and then you bust out with these alien shoes. That is what makes that entire look stand out. That is what's going to help you grow with your confidence and making you happy. We all love an all black outfit. It's just the easiest. It just goes with everything. But there are times when we want to introduce some color. To go back to the tip of working with what you got, this is that item that I was talking about that I've had for a couple of years. I thrifted this. It's a hunting gear print. It's an oversized fit. I love oversized anything. Back to the shirt. I cropped it. Let me just put this on so you guys can just see it. Okay, the shirt is on. You see what I'm saying when I talk about like oversized? Like, it's so good. And if you feel bloated, this will always help you feel skinty. So we're going to work with what I have. What really started this whole process for me with this look was my new thrifted brown, just distressed leather jacket. It's so good. What can I do to wear this? Because I want to wear it and I love to take you on the journey. So let me show you how it all starts. I knew I wanted to wear this jacket with all black. It's great. It's safe. I don't like to be safe. I like to push the boundary. I like to push myself. This is where we were at, minus the necklace. I have the necklace on because I needed something for my sit down portion. Let's be real, I'm taking off the necklace. This is where I was at. I need to introduce some type of color because it's just giving a whole lot of nothing. And then this shirt, out of all of my browns and greens and earth tones, stood out to me. So what are we going to do with this top? And then I came up with this idea. I don't know, how am I going to do this because I don't want the mic to be all that noise and I want to be able to explain. Let's figure this out. The hands are free. I added a ball cap just for the time being. I can't tie this shirt around my waist because the sleeves are short. I thought about working with what I got. Putting this like so around my waist. Make sure it's even. And you're going to button it wherever it's comfortable. And it looks like this. You can just fold one flap in and fold the other and call it a day. But I don't really care for it like this. Maybe in another look. But for right now and this time, it's not what I'm feeling. So I am going to pop the collar like so. And then where is my belt? Okay. I'm not going for a crazy belt because you won't see it. But in this case, I'm just grabbing something that's so minimal. That's not going to be so much going on in the front. And I'm just going to wrap it around my waist just like you would in your belt loops, but they're not going in your belt loops. And you're just going to fasten it to where it's secured for you and your shirt. And now all I'm going to do is relax the collar. And that's what's going to get people to be like, how did you do that? First of all, they're going to say, where did you get that from? How did you do that? And those are compliments, you guys. And you just feel great. Going back to the shirt, this is optional. You can leave it. It's giving cocoon. But I don't want to do that. So I'm going to unbutton it. From wherever we buttoned it, you're just going to unbutton it. Like so. And it's starting to do this, right? I'm going to look over here because of the mirror. And all I'm going to do is just flap it open. Hello? So good. This is how you can dress up an all black look. I am not going to leave my shirt tucked in. We can lose the hat. Hair is looking a little crazy. We're going to put the jacket on. The jacket is on. What can I do to just jazz it up? Accessories. Accessorizing will always help with your personal style. The first thing that I am thinking of is what was also part of my recent thrift haul. This vintage Jimmy Choo bag. I love it. I love the hardware. Just it's so vibey. The hardware just looks like it's part of the print. What can I add to bring more interest to the look? That is when the necklace comes in. Hello. The inside of the shark tooth is kind of similar to the hardware. And then that is when the necklace became part of the team. I need the perfect shade. You can see the lens. They are a smoke color, and they're from Tom Ford. One of my favorites, these are the Raven Sunnies. I do have these linked below. They just go with everything. Sunglasses just elevated the whole entire look. The look is giving, right? But I'm missing that one piece. I don't know if it's just because I am now in my hat era. I just need something on my head. I just feel like with my hair, it's just safe. Something that I don't ever do is wear a bandana by itself. I have the bandana on. I'm going to take off the glasses in the meantime, just because I don't like the glare. So now that the bandana is on, I'm just going to pull some hair over just to make it look effortless. But you do realize that when you try to make things effortless, you have to put in effort. That's crazy, right? Do you see how it's just like, what? This is a vibe. This is a vibe. I am so obsessed. This led me to the power of layering and how it works. The way that a different style of layer can change the look. Here is a cropped olive military green jacket that I upcycled from a thrift find. It just brings more of those green tones, those gray tones in the pattern. It gives a good color blocking. I'm loving this cross situation that's happening in the center of the look. This is so up my alley, and it just gave a whole different look than the leather jacket that we just had on, the brown one. This is something that I would wear just real easy on the go if it's not super cold. This is something a little bit more streamlined. You can see it's making me look taller. It's making me look slimmer. This is also another good option when it is a little breezy outside and it's not super cold. Let me model it for you. I'm kind of feeling like Sakai now. Oh, so good. I don't even wear this vest, and now it's giving me a reason to wear it. I mean, this is crazy how these layers can change the whole vibe. This is a cropped, upcycled bomber leather jacket that I got and I cropped myself. We're going back into the brown just to bring out some more of the earth tones. This is a little bit more like casual, more relaxed. It is a little bit more oversized compared to the other one. It feels very Acne Studios kind of vibe. I can see them busting this down the runway. Like, are you kidding me? I live for a power shoulder moment. This bomber jacket is so good. If it's still available, I will link it. It is from Namilia. This is the best black power shoulder bomber jacket. This is definitely that avant-garde, high street, cool guy kind of vibes. Did we model for this? Hold on. I have one more layer. This is the sibling to the previous bomber jacket, but it's in leather. I am so obsessed with this look. This is me to the T, and I love the silhouette that it's giving my body. It's bringing out the leather from the bag. Oh my gosh, you guys, like, just get into this look. I just realized that there is one more layer. Oversized puffer jacket. Like, just look at it from the side. It's giving cocoon vibes. If it's really super cold out, I'm pulling this layer for this look. Like, it's so good. Model. The way that this base outfit just switched up with all of these layers, that is the power of layering. Put this layer back on because in the moment, this is what I'm feeling. Always try different options just to see your look in different ways. And in this case, the power of layering, it's mind-blowing how it can just change the entire look, the entire silhouette, the entire feeling. Get in that closet, play around with your layers, and just create magic. Always work with what you got. Bring that juxtaposition to your looks. Be happy, gain that confidence back. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you made it this far. And don't forget to follow me on both Instagram and TikTok. I hope these tips can help inspire you to just elevate yourself. And let me know, what tips do you have for personal style? I'll see you on the next one.